In this video, we will solve some examples or the questions on projectile motion. So our first question is, if initial velocity of a particle projected from ground is 6 I cap plus 8 j cap meter per second, then find the horizontal range. See, this velocity has both horizontal component as well as vector component, horizontal component as well as vertical component. So I can say that it is the question of angular projection. Means a particle is going like this, and this is its velocity, and it is given by 6 I cap plus 8 j cap. So I cap is on the x-axis and j cap is on the y-axis. So I can say that its horizontal component is 6. So horizontal component of the projectile is u cos theta. So u cos theta is equals to 6, and u sin theta, it is equals to 8. Now, what is time period capital T? It is 2u sin theta by g, 2u sin theta by g. So what is u sin theta? It's 8. 2 into 8, taking g as 10, I will get 1.6 seconds, as it was given in meter per second. What will be range? Range is u cos theta multiplied by time of flight. What is u cos theta? It is 6 multiplied by time of flight, that is 1.6. I will get 9.6 meter. So the horizontal range will be 9.6 meter. Next question. A ball is kicked at 45 degree with 20 meter per second. A 3 meter high goal post is 25 meter away. See, there is a player P, and he has kicked a ball with the speed of 20 meter per second at the angle of 45 degree. So this ball will go like this. Now we have to check whether it will goal or not. Means it will enter the goal or it will go over the goal. So the height of goalpost is 3 meter. If the height of projectile at this point is, means after covering 25 meter, if the height of projectile is 3 meter, more than 3 meter, then it will cross the goal, and if it is less than 3 meter, then it will come inside the goal and the goal will be counted. So the question is asking that whether there will be goal or not. Means when x is equals to 25 meter, I have to check what is y. So it is the question for the angular projection, and we know that for the angular projection, x tan theta minus g x square upon 2u square cos square theta. What is this? This is equation of trajectory. So what is the value of y? We have to find the value of y. What is x? It is 25. What is tan theta? Is 45. Tan 45. Tan 45 minus g, let it 10. What is x? X is 25 square upon 2. What is u? U is 20 square, then cos square 45. What is tan 45? It is 1. And what is cos square 45? Cos 45 is 1 by root 2, so its square will be half. After solving this, I will get it as 625 upon 40. So it will be equal to 9.375 meter. Means the ball will be at more height than the 3 meter. It will be at height 9.375 meter. So whether there will be goal or not? No, there will be no goal. Next question is, an object is thrown horizontally at 20 meter per second from a tower. Find its displacement after 10 seconds. Okay, let this is the tower, and height of tower is not given. Okay, an object is thrown horizontally. Object is thrown horizontally at 20 meter per second. This one is 20 meter per second. Means I can say that its horizontal velocity, or I can write it as ux, is 20 meter per second. And what is uy? it is thrown horizontally, so uy, vertical velocity, is 0. So question is saying that its displacement after 10 seconds. So for horizontal I am applying s is equals to ut plus half at square. So it will be x is equals to, what is initial velocity? Ut plus half at square. Initial velocity is 20 times 10. We know that there is no force in the horizontal direction, so acceleration will be 0, hence x will be 200. Similarly for y is equals to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity is 0, acceleration is 10, that is of the gravity. And what is t? T is time. Time is 10 seconds, its square will be 100. So it will be y is equals to 500. Now means the object has traveled some distance, let it be here, such that its x distance is 200 and its y distance is 500. Now what we have to find? We have to find the displacement, means we have to find this. So displacement, this will be by using the Pythagoras theorem. Displacement will be 200 square plus 500 square, taking the whole root, or it will be 100 root 29 meter. Okay, now next question. A boy is standing in an open car and throws a ball at 40 meter per second at the angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. Okay, the car was moving at the speed of 10 meter per second. Just after it, boy jumped out and ran to catch the ball. Okay, what is happening? There is a boy and he is standing in a open car. He throws a ball at the angle of 45 degree. He throws a ball at the angle of 45 degree with the velocity 40 meter per second, and car is also moving at the speed of 10 meter per second. So what will be the initial velocity of the ball in the horizontal direction? Means what will be ux for ball? What will be ux for ball? It will be 40 cos 45, 40 cos 45, as well as, since the boy is standing in the car, so the car's horizontal velocity will be supporting the velocity of ball plus 10, means it will be 20 root 2 plus 10 meter per second. This one is ux. Similarly for the vertical direction, if this is 40 cos 45, then this one vertical velocity uy, it will be 40 sin 45, and it will be equal to 20 root 2 meter per second. Now when the ball is thrown, then the boy jumped and moved and catch the ball. So what I have to do, the horizontal distance covered by the boy should be equal to horizontal distance covered by the ball. So horizontal distance covered by ball should be equal to horizontal distance covered by boy. So horizontal distance covered by ball should be equal to horizontal distance covered by the boy. Distance covered by the ball will be speed of ball multiplied by time is equals to speed of boy, let it be v, multiplied by time. Both time will be same, so t is cancelled out, and the velocity of boy will be 20 root 2 plus 10. So this one was the speed of the boy. Now we have to find the time and the position of that point. So let the boy catch the ball here. So this one will be the time of flight. Time of flight of the ball will be equal to the time, and position of that point will be equal to range of the ball. So applying the formula of time of flight, it is 2u sine theta by g. putting the values to what is u sine theta. What is u sine theta? It was 20 root 2. How? 40 and sine 45. U is 40, sine 45 is 1 by root 2, so u sine theta will be 20 by root 2 upon 10. Hence the time will be 4 root 2 seconds. Now for the range. What is range? Range is u cos theta multiplied by time of flight. What will be u cos theta? U cos theta, or I can say ux was 20 root 2 plus 10. 20 root 2 plus 10 multiplied by time 4 root 2. So it will be 160 plus 40 root 2 meter. This one will be the range. Here u cos theta. What is u cos theta here? U cos theta is horizontal component, and ux, it is 20 root 2 plus 10. So I have kept u cos theta. You can write it as ux only. Ux value will be 20 root 2 plus 10 multiplied by time of flight, and you will get this answer. Next question is, an aeroplane is moving at 500 km per hour horizontally. Suppose this is an aeroplane and it is moving in the horizontal direction with a speed 500 km per hour. Okay, now it passes above a target. This one is the target at the height 1000 meter. So this height is 1000 meter, and drops a bomb. A bomb is dropped from it. By how much distance will the bomb miss the target? See, when the bomb is dropped, then plane was moving, so the bomb will also have the same velocity and it will go like this. So it will not fall on the target. It will miss the target by this much distance, and that's why question is asked the distance by which the bomb will miss the target. So this is the case for the horizontal projection. Applying the equation, that is y is equals to gx square upon 2u square. What is this? This is equation of trajectory for the horizontal projection. What is y? Vertical distance is 1000 meter, and g is 10 multiplied by x square upon 2. What is u? Velocity is 500. It is in kilometer per hour, so it multiplying it by 5 by 18 whole square. This can be solved, and the value of x can be found. It will be x is equals to 1984.13 meter. So this distance will be 1984.13 meter. Next question is, two tall buildings facing each other are 180 meter apart. There are two buildings and they are 180 meter apart. There are two buildings and they are 180 meter apart. Okay. Now, with what velocity must a ball be thrown horizontally from a window 55 meter above the ground in one building? There is a window. This one is window 1, and what is its height? Its height is given 55 meter. A ball is thrown from here, and so that it enters a window 10.9 meter above the ground in the second building. There is another window. This is W2 at the height 10.9 meter. A ball is thrown from here and it has to go like this. Fine. So question is asking for with what horizontal velocity, means u is asked. So we have to find u. Now again, this is the case for horizontal projection, and what is the distance? This distance has to be covered vertically, that is 55 minus 10.9. So the value of y is 55 minus 10.9. It will be equal to, y will be equal to 44.1 meter. Similarly, the horizontal distance is 180 meter. Again, applying the equation, that is y is equals to small g x square upon 2u square. That is equation of trajectory, putting the value, what is y? 44.1, is equals to G, let it be 10 or 9.8, 9.8 multiplied by x square upon 2 u square. Put the value of x also. What is x? X is 180. So I can write it as 9.8 into 180 whole square upon 2u square. Taking u square this side and 44.1 in the below, I can find the value of u, and it will be equal to 60 meter per second. So when a ball is thrown from this window with the horizontal speed of 60 meter per second, then it will fall in this window, which is 10.9 meter high from the ground. Next question, a projectile has a range of 50 meter. Range is given, that is 50 meter, and reaches a maximum height of 10 meter. Height is also given, 10 meter. We have to calculate the angle. Okay, I have discussed in the previous videos that r by h is equals to 4 by tan theta. What is r? R is equals to u square sine 2 theta upon g, or I can write it as u square multiplied by 2 sine theta cos theta, the formula for sine 2 theta, upon g. And what is h? H is u square sine square theta upon 2g. You can divide this and you will get that r by h is equals to 4 by tan theta. I have already discussed in the theory classes. So putting the value, r is 50, h is 10, this one is 4, and this one is tan theta. Cross multiplying it, we will get it as tan theta is equals to 0.8, or theta is equals to tan inverse 0.8. This one is the angle. Okay, now next question. Two balls are thrown at angle theta and 90 minus theta from same point. If velocity of both balls was 39.2 meter and second ball reaches 50 meter higher than the first ball, then find the maximum height of the first ball. Question is saying that there are two balls. First ball is thrown at angle theta, this angle is theta, and second ball is thrown as 90 minus theta. I have discussed in the previous videos that when the angle is theta and the another angle is 90 minus theta, then both objects has the same range. So both will reach here. This whole angle is 90 minus theta and this small angle is theta only. If the velocity of both ball was 39.2 meter and the second ball reaches 50 meter higher, means this distance is given 50, and we have to find this distance, that is h. Okay, so for first ball I can write it as h is equals to u square sine square theta upon 2g, and for the second ball I can write what is the height for the second ball. It is h plus 50 is equals to u square sine square angle is 90 minus theta upon 2g. So what is sine 90 minus theta? It is cos theta, so it will be u square cos square theta upon 2g. Adding both the equation h plus 50, we will get 2h plus 50 is equals to u square sine square theta plus u square cos square theta will be u square only, and upon 2g is common. So what is u? U is 39.2. Putting the value 39.2 square upon 2, g is 9.8. So on solving it, 2h plus 50 is equals to this much. I will get h as h is equals to 14.2 meter. So the height, maximum height for the first ball will be 14.2 meter. Next question, two balls thrown at angle theta and 90 minus theta. Again, two angles are given, theta and 90 minus theta, have same initial velocity but different height, h1 and h2. Okay, find the relation between h1 and h2 and their range. Okay, fine. We know that what is r by h. R by h is 4 upon tan theta. So when okay, range is same for both theta and 90 minus theta. So I am putting the values. If range is for first ball, range is r, height is h1, 4, and angle is tan theta. And again for the second ball, r, height is h2, 4. What is tan 90 minus theta? It is cot theta. Cot theta. Okay, what will be the value of tan theta from here? Tan theta will be 4h1 by r, 4h1 by r. Fine. And this one from here, what will be tan theta? It will be r upon 4h2. Now this one is tan theta and this one is tan theta. We can equate both of them. So I will get 4h1 upon r is equals to r upon 4h2. Cross multiplying it, I will get r as 4 square root of h1 h2. So this is the relation between h1 h2 and their range r. Now next question is a man standing on roof of height h throws a ball horizontally and another ball vertically downwards. Okay, this is the house and its height is h and a man is standing here. He throws a ball horizontally and another ball vertically downward with the same velocity u. A ball is thrown horizontally, it will go like this, and another ball is thrown vertically downwards. So first of all, when the ball is thrown horizontally, then we know that horizontal component remains same. So when the ball will come downwards, then its horizontal component will be u. What will be its vertical component? See, initially vertical velocity was 0 for this case. So when initial velocity is 0 and we have to find the final velocity after covering the height h, I can use the formula v square is equals to u square plus 2as. I am using this formula for the ball who is thrown horizontally and I am taking its downward motion only. So its final velocity v square, initial velocity was 0 and 2, acceleration is g, height is h. So v will be equal to square root of 2gh. So this one will be square root of 2gh. So what will be the net velocity here? The net velocity will be u square plus this square and taking the whole under root. So what will be v net? Or I can say velocity of first ball. It will be u square plus 2gh square and taking the whole root, or it will be u square plus 2gh of whole root. This one is velocity v1. Now second ball, where was second ball? Second ball was thrown vertically downwards with the initial velocity u. When the ball is thrown vertically downwards with the initial velocity u, then applying the same formula again, we have the initial velocity is u and acceleration is g, distance covered is h, and this one is the final velocity, that is v2 square. So v2 will be u square plus 2gh square root. Now this one is v1, this one is v2. We have to find their ratios. Both are equal. So v1 ratio v2 will be equal to 1:1. So question is asking for when the ball is thrown vertically downwards. I have taken this one for the vertically downwards, and when the ball is thrown horizontally, then horizontal component will be same here, that is u. Vertical component, here the vertical component was 0, but when ball come here, its vertical component becomes root 2gh, and final velocity due to these both components will be this much. So this one is v1 and this one is v2, and their ratio is 1:1.